When it comes to the post, CBSA officers have seen it all.
Wow, look at that. Bats.
These appear to be rats.
At the Vancouver International Mail Center,
Come take a look at this.
What do you have?
officers examine a package from Taiwan.
Definitely a lot of organic material there.
Officer declared on.
Oh, look at that. Dried insects. Well, let's take it inside and take a look. We've had boxes where you open them up and bees fly out, or bugs, or spiders crawl out. It says it's dead, but I want to make sure there's nothing live.
Okay.
The last thing we want is these kind of insects or bugs replicating themselves here in Canada. You just step back a little bit, just in case something jumps out.
At Vancouver International Airport, an American is randomly selected for a secondary exam.
And what made you decide to come to Vancouver?
Basically, it looks gorgeous, and I needed a change from Rochester, New York. There is nothing going on in Rochester, New York. Like, it is boring.
She's been to Canada many times because she lives in a border town. However, it's the first time out here. She has friends that have just recently moved here. What's your actual plan? Because you stated that you're coming here for 6 months. Do you have a return ticket to go home?
No.
Or no? Okay. How much money are you traveling with?
I think $50 cash.
How much money do you have access to?
I have about 5,000 or 6,000.
Okay. That's not enough money to sustain it for 6 months. I'm not sure how much research you've done, but
It's expensive to live here.
yes. Did you quit your job before coming?
No, I got fired for no reason at all.
Okay.
They fired me over the phone. You can listen to the whole call. I recorded it. It's horrible.
At this point, I have concerns on if she's actually going to leave or if she's going to engage in any employment while she's here. Now, is it your plan to stay permanently or what's the plan?
Not sure.
In Montreal,
Do you know what's inside this bag?
Oh, it's just head clothes, pretty much.
an Australian arrives from Vegas with his Canadian girlfriend, but she's already cleared customs.
Okay, so your girlfriend's out there?
Yeah.
And you're here with herbal luggage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if she's not on the other side waiting for you.
The officer locates the traveler's girlfriend in the terminal.
So I chatted a bit with her coming back, and she told me exactly the same thing. So the story match.
But the male traveler makes one last declaration.
There is, in here, there is, casings. Like, they're empty. It's just like souvenirs from when we went shooting in Vegas. The posters are where we went shooting in there as well, it's all. Yeah, that's the posters of the place where we went shooting.
That's what that case is, alright.
Yeah, we're a bit unsure whether to declare them or not, because it's not really a weapon.
It's not a weapon, it's not ammunition yet, just two casing. You know, in your specific case, we know that there's some activities like those in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You're coming from, let's say, other countries where there's more trouble, it'd be more suspicious, okay? If there were live ammo,
Different story.
different story. If I found a shell before somebody told me about it, that will give me a reaction. I have to check more. He told me before I found it, so for me it was okay. 2 shell, no real danger, a souvenir. Nothing surprised me anymore. Okay, you can pack all that back. I still have to talk to the immigration people if they want to see you up there.
A quick call to immigration.
Good for you? Good for me. Thanks.
The travelers are good to go. Almost.
Few things before I let you go.
Yeah.
First, when we ask you to go to immigration, you go to immigration.
I didn't know where it was, sorry, my bad.
Okay. Second thing, when you're crossing a border, by law, you have to present your personal good.
Yeah.
And everything that belongs to you.
Sorry, that's what I told you.
Your things
sorry,
were
right?
outside. Third thing, you have to understand you're in Canada as a visitor, not allowed to work, not allowed to study.
It's fine.
You're allowed to stay in Canada for 6 months max. That's it.
Thanks, guys.
Okay? Exit's in the corner over there.
At the Vancouver Mail Center,
You just step back a little bit, just in case something jumps out.
officers are antsy, examining a box of dried insects from Taiwan.
Well, we've had boxes where you open them up and bees fly out, or bugs, or spiders crawl out. I don't see anything crawling yet. Oh, some nasty looking bugs.
Strong formaldehyde smell, too.
Okay, let me just take a peek. Nothing's moving.
I smell.
Those look like flies. Cockroaches. Look at those ones.
Wonderful.
There were a lot of very large insects, almost the size of small rodents. They were all packaged individually and labeled. Well, the rest look like butterflies.
This one's big.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a variety of little critters.
So in terms of the Customs Act, everything is declared properly. But I have a concern with the insects. We'll need to have Canada Food Inspection Agency come and see them.
Yeah. This one is massive.
With the larger sized insects, don't know what's inside it, whether there's some larva, some kind of invasive species. I just want to verify that everything's fine. And with the butterflies, we need to have Environment Canada come and just verify that there are no endangered species.
Okay.
So now we're going to package up the box, and we're going to have both of those agencies come down and verify the insects. We do see a lot of bugs coming in. This export did the right thing by having paperwork here as well as labeling everything. It just makes the verification process much quicker.
In Toronto,
Right home.
CBSA officers keep watch as baggage is unloaded off a flight from the Caribbean.
We do have information that there may be suspected narcotics on board. Go. Keep en route.
And they may have found what they're looking for.
We've located a small brown carry-on bag. There were suspected narcotics underneath a couple pieces of clothing.
The suitcase may have been intended for a member of the ground crew.
We're going to secure the bag in one of our port vehicles and transfer it back to the terminal to have it tested for narcotics.
But when officers take control of the bag, a suspicious van is spotted leaving the area.
Have your pass? Why are you around here? Get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle. Why are you here?
At Toronto's Pearson International Airport,
Switch mix.
Jagger, the detector dog, searches for undeclared cash.
It's just going to smell your bag. Thank you. Jagger, search.
And the canine gets loads of satisfaction when he finds what he's looking for.
Good boy. Can I see your declaration card? Okay. Can you show me all the money you have with you today?
In Terminal 1, a traveler arriving from Asia gets an unexpected reception.
So, the reason that they sent you in here is when you were in the baggage hall, the dog was smelling money inside of your suitcase.
Yes.
Okay, so you are carrying currency with you, yes?
Yeah.
How much currency do you have?
About 9,000.
Okay, just put it down here. I'm looking to see exactly how much currency she has, because she declared less than $10,000.
Failure to declare currency equal to or greater than 10,000 Canadian can lead to fines and seizure action.
How much do you have over here?
1,000.
And 200 yuan? Mm-hmm. Okay. I assume your family gave you this for good luck, yes?
Yes.
The officer tallies the various currencies and converts them to Canadian.
So this is a little bit of a problem.
At Vancouver International Airport,
So if I understand correctly, you're coming from France for 3 days. Yeah. Why so much luggage?
Because I'm a famous dancer.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of dance are we talking about?
Hopping in break dance.
Okay. And what?
Hopping.
Yeah, what's it?
Hopping.
Yeah, I used to do that. I brought you here because it appears to me someone else pays for your ticket.
They said to me if I want to come, so we arrange half to pay the ticket.
Oh, you pay half of it?
Half, yeah.
And who else pays for the other?
Organizer.
So is this a competition?
Yeah.
Do you get paid?
No.
Have you been to Canada before?
I told you Michael Jackson show.
On the Michael Jackson show. So you're really famous then? In other words, you know what you're doing in the dancing world?
Yeah.
If I Googled your name, you're gonna be on it,
Yeah.
right?
A lot.
Okay, here's my second question for you. Have you had any problems with the law? I'm asking you because I'm gonna go do my checks.
No, you can.
Okay.
meanwhile,
So what's your understanding on if you want to move here one day or if you want to work?
the examination of an American traveler who's arrived without a return ticket continues.
What you need to do?
Basically, I know that I can work for 100 or stay here 180 days and work for NAFTA because of NAFTA, like without a work visa.
It seems like she's fairly uneducated on the immigration process here in Canada. So any type of work that you would do here is without proper authorization, you can't do.
Okay.
No matter what it is. You have to have previous authorization by the government to do that, NAFTA or not, right?
Okay.
So you can't just come here and say, you know, I might want to work. Like, you just can't do that. Right?
Okay. That makes sense.
Now, if you want to move here and permanently live here, there's another process for that too. So you've kind of put the cart ahead of the horse here. You needed to do a bit more research before coming. Okay? Now, having said that, I have a couple options available to me at this point.
Okay.
Now, one of the more serious or severe options would be just sending you back home today and refusing you to enter for a year.
in Toronto.
So this is a little bit of a problem.
Multiple currencies have added up to trouble for this traveler.
I calculated your Hong Kong dollars. You do have more than 10,000, but you didn't declare it. When you don't declare currency, okay, there are 4 things that can happen. Okay, the worst thing that can happen is we take your money as proceeds of crime for not being declared. Okay, if this is your first offense, it's a fine of $250. If you're doing it a second time, it's a fine of $2,500. If you do it a third time, it's a fine of $5,000. I don't think she's being malicious in any way by not declaring her currency. I do believe that she might have made an error in judgment by not declaring the other currencies. I'm not going to give you a fine today, okay? Exchange rates do fluctuate, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But you should have said yes on here. Do you understand? So next time, don't make any mistakes. Count everything, okay?
Okay.
Have a good night.
In Vancouver,
So you can't just come here and say, you know, I might want to work. Like, you just can't do that.
an American's plan to relocate to Canada without documentation is going south.
One of the more serious or severe options would be just sending you back home today and refusing you to enter for a year. However, I don't think I'm going to go that route because I don't think you've been deceptive. I think you've just really just uneducated on what you need to do and what you need to have.
It does appear, so yeah.
So the other option I have available to me is what's called a visitor record. What that does is basically allows you to enter, to visit, so you can kind of see if you like it or not,
Yeah.
and then you can go back home.
Yeah.
But I will limit your stay, so I won't let you stay 6 months.
Okay.
My final decision with this subject is to issue her a visitor record, giving her approximately a month to stay in Canada. If you don't leave by that date and you don't prove that you're leaving that day, then a warrant for your arrest will be issued.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want that. I learned that there's a lot that I need to learn. Apparently it's a little different to work than it is to come visit. A little different. I'm happy to see my friends. I'm excited, and I need a drink after this.
In Toronto, the CBSA airside team intercepts a suitcase believed to contain narcotics,
Why are you around here?
and they suspect the ground crew may be involved.
I did notice a vehicle that was suspicious around the time that the suitcase was located. Come on this side.